Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the new lesson micro injection. Firstly, we will discuss our definition. The process of using a fine glass micropipette to manually inject transgene at microscopic or borderline macroscopic level is known as micro injection. The transgene in the form of plasmids, cosmids, phage, YAGs, or PCR products can be circular or linear and need not be physically linked for injection. Here we will discuss a little bit introduction of plasmid. Plasmid, you all know that this is an extra chromosomal DNA in bacteria, and this is used as a vector to introduce a transgene into any desired species. Cosmid हमारे पास है. This is a type of hybrid vector and it is composed of cos site and plasmid. फेज आपके पास जो बैक्टीरियोफेज है उसको कह सकते हैं, एंड दिस फेज इज एबल टू infect bacteria and archaea. Yaks, yeast, artificial chromosomes, and PCR products, all these may be in the form of circular or linear form, and they need not be physically linked for injection. Here in the picture you can see the phagemid and cosmid. Cos site is also present. Multiple cloning sites are present in cosmids, and in case of phagemid, helper phage genome is present. Microinjection involves direct mechanical introduction of DNA into the nucleus or cytoplasm using a glass microcapillary injection pipette. The protoplasts are immobilized in low melting agar while working under a microscope using a holding pipette and suction force. DNA is then directly injected into the cytoplasm or the nucleus. In previous lessons, we have discussed that the desired gene or desired part of DNA can be introduced into cytoplasm or nucleus. There are few differences whether gene of interest or transgene. If it stays in cytoplasm, then you cannot see this gene of interest into progeny of that particular type of species. But if transgene or gene of interest is integrated into DNA or into chromosome of host species, then you can see this gene of interest into progeny of that particular type of host species. The injected cells are then cultured in vitro and regenerated into plants. Successful examples of this process has been shown in rapeseeds, tobacco, and various other plants. Stable transformants can be achieved through this method, but it requires technical expertise and is a time-consuming process. We have already discussed that there are two types of transformations, or you can say that there are two types of expressions: stable expressions and transient expressions. And those species or those plants or those cells which express the stable expression, gene expression, they are known as stable transformants. Stable transformants are those which express the gene of interest for a long period of time. Also, microinjection has achieved only limited success in plant transformation due to the thick cell wall of plant and the lack of availability of a single cell to plant regeneration system in most plant species. In most of the plant species, it is quite difficult to regenerate a whole plant from a single cell. So microinjection process is quite difficult. You can say that transformation through this process is quite difficult. In this technique, a traditional compound microscope around 200x magnification or an inverted microscope around 200x magnification or a dissecting stereo microscope around 40 to 50x magnification is used. Under the microscope, target cell is positioned and cell membrane and nuclear envelope are penetrated with the help of two micro manipulators. One micromanipulator holds the pipette and another holds the microcapillary needle. Here in the picture you can see that a solution containing gene of interest is pushed with the pressure, and this gene of interest can be introduced into the nucleus of host cell or into the cytoplasm of host cell. There are two types of micro injection system: constant flow system and pulsed flow system. In the constant flow system, the amount of sample injected is determined by the duration for which needle remains in the cell. The constant flow system is relatively simple and inexpensive but outdated. The pulsed flow system has greater control over the volume of substance delivered, needle placement and movement, and has better precision. This technique results in less damage to the receiving cell. However, the components of this system are quite expensive. Here this lesson is ended. In the coming lessons we will discuss the remaining contents of this course. Thank you.